The only way we're going to be able to do that is to have courageous legislators who will stand up and say to Washington, D.C., that ain't happening in my state.
Yeah!
State Rep Joe Carr is one of those guys, in my opinion. He has a piece of legislation here that will depend on Tennessee's sovereignty and will push back against Washington's tyranny. And he's going to come talk to us about that. Please welcome Tennessee State Representative Joe Carr.
Thank you very much, Ken. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah!
Maybe. We are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Yeah!
Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you it's my God-given right found in the Bill of Rights to defend my life, my family, and my property. That is our right. That is all of our right, and we're got to defend it. Now, what I've done, some of you may have heard of, and I need your help. I filed a bill recently, and I want to read it to you. Any federal law, statute, rule, regulation, or executive order implemented or executed on or after January 1, 2013 shall be unenforceable within the borders of this state if the law, statute, rule, regulation, or executive order Let's go. Come on. If this law attempts to ban or restrict ownership of a semi-automatic firearm, firearm accessory, or ammunition. B. Require any firearm, firearm accessory, or ammunition to be registered in any manner and prohibited. Secondly, no public employee, public official, or dealer selling any firearm in this state shall enforce or attempt to enforce any federal law, statute, rule, regulation, or executive order as described in this subsection. Ladies and gentlemen, that's HB 42. Now let me tell you something. Here's the deal, right here. If they take our Second Amendment away, they're going to take every other amendment in the Bill of Rights. Every single one. Don't kid yourself. The Second Amendment is the protector of the other 9. And an assault on the Second Amendment is an assault on the Bill of Rights and our personal freedoms and our state sovereignty. We have got to draw the line. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're drawing the line, and some people are saying you can't do it. You know what? I don't know if we can do it or not. But by God, I'm not going to wait to find out because the people at the Alamo who died didn't think they could do it either. And they did it. There's something that we all hold in common here today, ladies and gentlemen. And it's deep within us. It's in our DNA. It's how God made us. And we're Tennesseans. We're the volunteer state. We believe in liberty and freedom and personal responsibility. And if you don't believe your history, why don't you look up Andrew Jackson at the Battle of New Orleans? Or go to Sam Houston or Davy Crockett at the Battle of the Alamo? Why don't you look up the guys in World War I and World War II and the Vietnam War? Why don't you ask these guys who served your country here today? Don't misunderstand me, ladies and gentlemen. Our sovereignty is at stake when we allow the federal government to come and assault the Second Amendment. Right. Today is only a beginning. I want to thank you for being here, but here's what I need you to do. Here's what Senator Ketchum and Representative Sparks and Senator Beavers, here's what we need you to do. We need you to contact at least one more person And then we need you to go to your email inbox, your outbox, and we need you to email your state representative and your state senator and say, we demand that you sign on to House Bill 42. We've got to push back against Washington. That's the start. Thank you very much. God bless America.
Do you think this legislation is going to get a good toehold here in Tennessee?
I think it's, honestly, I think it's going to be very difficult to pass. But that's not the point. We don't, I've turned the page. You know, you're trained when you come up here in some respects not to do anything without the high degree of certainty that you're going to be successful. But I've learned to re-gauge what I think now is successful. When I stood up there and read the bill, you heard the reaction.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes people, the voters, want to know that our elected officials care enough just to do something. Just do something. I mean, if we had, if the men and women at the Alamo had decided we're not going to do this without the high degree of certainty of succeeding, there wouldn't be an Alamo. But their success not was in living, but was in dying, because the mantra, the call for the rest of that war was, remember the Alamo. And sometimes you got to die before you can live, and sometimes we got to do things without the expectation of a near-term result. So I don't know what the result of this is going to be, but I know one thing: if this fails, we'll file another one and we'll try again, because we're gonna work on the wall to make sure the wall comes down. It's the wall of a government that's not listening to the people.